Well, doing. If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. We got 3 games today. I went out for the first time in a long time. And how usually I go to Goodwill. There's 3 of them in the area that I can reach easily. There's more than that I can reach not quite as easily, but I usually hit these 3 on a Sunday. One of my other haunts is closed on Sunday, but I haven't been out in a while, and they have a rotating uh, coupon basically, or a tag deal. So, being as I wasn't out last week, all the stuff that I would typically buy ended up going another week and being cheaper. So, 3 games at $2.25 today. So we got a Sorry, we have a Clue, and then we have a Monopoly voice banking. I did not too long ago, and I sold it. I don't remember for what, but should get some decent money out of these. So let's look at the Clue first. So the 4 games we buy for parts: Clue, Sorry, Monopoly, and Game of Life. We got Clue here. I will not be selling it as a whole game. I never do. Oddly, a guy who's worked at a thrift shop that I've been going to, one of the Goodwills, for years now, asked me, because I never take a receipt. And he's like, well, what if it's missing pieces? I'm like, bro, they're always missing pieces. He's like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, and I told him that I resell. So now he knows that. Some people that work in that industry don't like resellers. Some people that like their paychecks to clear do. So I don't know how he's going to feel about it, but I explained that I buy these for parts. And if I'm missing parts, I have a tackle box full of parts. So this is not a new Clue, but it's one they did 2008. They kind of changed everything up. It's in really bad shape. You can see the board is duct taped back together, so I'm not even going to open it. So they changed everything. They changed the weapons. Instead of the pawns, we get these like crystal token things. I know I've had it. I don't know if I've sold it. But I have a year I can look up, kind of get an idea what's going on. So we have our 6 plastic pawns with like some pubes on it or something. That's good. Alright. Regular dice. We have a baseball bat, like juice, probably not. A candlestick. This doesn't look like it goes in this game. Like a statue, a gun, an axe, a weight, and a knife. They upped it to 8 weapons, apparently. 6 characters, 8 weapons. I guess that changes the probability. So many locations, and then I think this is the year they started adding these like weird like power-up cards that they did keep around, although they went back on the weapons, the change up. There's a lot of cards here. So intrigue cards are what they're called. Rumor cards. Sort those out, I guess. So I'm guessing the intrigues are the added ones, and the rumor is the ones you actually need for the game. Some kind of power up. Okay, all the characters have like a power, if I recall. The fact they went back on it means either it just was not received well, or might be that it was damn confusing. You do age people out of certain games. Clue was a game you could play as a kid. But if you go adding all these extras to it, people are not going to be able to follow along. But this is pretty much the only year they did this. Yeah, the trophy it's a trophy that it just doesn't look like it fits as a murder weapon, especially. A shit ton of cards in this. Alright. We have our rumor cards, which should be the 8 weapons, the people, and the locations. Oh, poison. It's not juice, it's poison. Could be juice. Could be like kombucha. That shit is vile. So I think I'm missing... Yeah, I'm missing 2 people on the cards. Unless I mix them into something else. So these cards may not be sellable. Oh yeah, it's 9. 9 weapons now. 9 locations, 9 weapons. So if I don't have these people, then we're bumming. I'm going to look real quick and see if they're stuck in the game somewhere. And yeah, they were in the box for some reason. So before we really dig into this, I'm going to see how much of this stuff I have. So I can search my own profile. And we'll punch in Clue 2008. And we got 2009 remake, but that's not the right one. Go by Clue. Let's see what's what here. I'm fairly sure I either have these in my tackle box or I have sold those previously. So we're going to look up Clue 2008. 2000 results. The new weapon set. Got some parts that doesn't seem right. Oh yeah, the dice are different too. You got one die that has a question mark. Somebody's selling the pistol. Somebody's selling the bat. When it comes down to it though, do people buy this stuff? 2000 for Clue 2008. About 10% sell through. We have this is what I would typically do is the tokens and the weapons. This guy's missing a weapon. But that did move for him. What in the Blue's Clues diapers? $70 for 6 fucking diapers? That is bizarre. And the seller's Ultra Pampers Plus. This motherfucker just sells vintage diapers. That is bizarre. You know, you can sell whatever you want. You can get into whatever you want if you want to do reselling. Diapers had never occurred to me. Most assuredly. So I am not seeing a lot of sales here is the problem. But okay, we got the 9 weapons for $12, but we've only had 2 of those sell. Most of the stuff is not actually correct. Like to the item. Now we got this the whole game for like $14. The envelope. So what are we gonna do? Adding the cards adds weight to it, So I think I'm going to copy that seller with the dice, the tokens, and the weapons and do $12 and just toss the cards because nobody was buying the cards. But being as I picked it up for so cheap and that I could probably get away with selling it for 12, that's actually a really good pickup. So it's worth picking this up again. I gotta, my rule is I gotta spend less than $2, $2 or less on these to break even. But if this moves, that might change how I look at stuff. There's always clues out there. All right, let's look at Sorry. All right, so now we got Sorry. This is the small box. Pink means small box has less movers. The long box has an extra mover, I think. 2018 or 2016, but it doesn't have the Fire and Ice add-ons, but it has the particular cards that are very popular. I keep selling out of them. So, and again, I got this for like 75 cents or something like that. I'm just looking for the cards. The movers don't sell great. I have them. I have all kinds of different ones across generations. It's really the cards. The cards sell for $9, which by itself makes it worth it. Nothing stuck in here. The board is broken badly, like last one. Could have come from the same person. All right, so we're looking for cards here. Should be 45. $45 it is. Okay. So that's an easy one. The tokens I sell for not a lot, but then the cards I sell for $9. So that puts us here. And now we have the voice banking one to look at, which should be interesting. All right, and finally we got our electronic stuff. So this is Monopoly Voice Banking. It's a talking Monopoly, plays music, etc., etc. So I picked one of these up a while back, and I sold it pretty quick. I sold all the parts for it because there was no real movement on this game. There's so many different Monopolies. We weren't picking it up, but looks like the money itself won't sell. The hotels and houses are these weird see-through guys. We got glow-in-the-dark dice. The tokens are glow-in-the-dark green. A dog with a top hat. A dinosaur with a top hat. A cat with a top hat. A car with a top hat. Excellent. Looks like it's a 4-player game these days. So, I pulled up the listing. I sold it back in July. I sold the hat, the hotels and houses, the dice, the tokens, and the cards. So we gotta make sure we get all the cards. I'm just gonna redo the same listing. That makes life easy. Just recycle listings, add to them. Volume pricing's been pretty cool. I haven't moved a ton of stuff with it, but I do move a little extra. I've run into somebody who appears to put together board games out of the parts that I'm offloading, because they'll pick up a few things here and there. That could be a good long-term relationship, depending on what they want to do. I've bought stuff off of eBay to complete toys. I did that maybe a year ago. I bought a piece for a sought after He-Man, Masters of the Universe. And I ended up selling that for more than I paid for the parts, certainly. So it looks like this is it. We just gotta make sure the hat works, basically. May have no batteries, so battery operated toys. I didn't open this. You want to look at around the lid. If you have white crystals, that means your batteries have exploded. Oh, there we go.
Welcome, future millionaires. Press your tokens button to join the game, and I'll put 1,500 Monopoly dollars in your account.
It works. So we're going to take the batteries out, because I don't know how long it's going to sit. We got this, clips in here. Somehow, some way. There we go. And we're just going to redo our listing, provided I have all the cards. It's going to be $10. I'm not going to make a ton on it. But here we are. So, because I sourced very cheaply, I actually did really well for this round. Just getting back into it after I took a break from listing anything. So, yeah. So that's some board games. Hopefully we'll have some good stuff in the future, though. So, if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.